Today's video is gonna be a get ready with me and a bullying little story that I have. A bullying little story? Yeah, so I used to get bullied when I was little. Not cool, not cool. Guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, my name is Mahoney, but you can call me Honey. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so right now. And so let's get right into this video. So let me tell you a quick little story. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows. I'm using this NYX Cosmetics like brow gel, and I want to do kind of like the soap brow. I was born, obviously, and I was like this cute little munchkin. Here you can see some pictures. It's just so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at me. So my mom used to tell me that I used to not like eating. So she started giving me supposedly these vitamins, which I don't really believe in, but that was the cause that I got like chunky.
So here's like an idea for you guys to know how I look like. And then this is when we moved to New York. So basically starting what, 6th grade? This was in middle school where I used to fight. And this was 7th grade picture day.
Like, by the way, I'm using a MAC Cosmetics brow duo. I remember like 4th and 5th grade, I did in DR in a really small school. Like in DR, you don't get as bullied as much as in New York. So, and I remember coming to New York, and I did 6th and 7th grade in New York, and oh my god. Oh my god. I couldn't get in a worse middle school because I don't even know. And it was so different for me because crazy thing that we're like in 6th grade and people were already having sex. The point is that I got bullied hella lot. And it sucks that it's like you build this person that is not even you to try to get away from it. Yeah, so I created this persona that I built because I felt like people were attacking me. And the person that I created was just like this bad person that I was like, you know what? If I feel some sort of attack, this person's coming out. Like, I need to, you know, learn how to defend myself. I got bullied for so many different things. I mean, the fact that I was already fat was a fucking problem. Like, people were wearing Pepe jeans, baby fat. And if you were not wearing those clothes, forget about it. Like, you were not cool. Kids have so much pressure. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more difficult now because of social media and who you want to be. It's hard to find your personality because of social media now. I remember one day, one of the girls in my classroom was selling like some New Balance sneakers. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna sell these sneakers. She was like a size 4. I didn't even know what my size was. I would just get into any type of sneakers. Like the smaller the sneaker, the less it cost and the cuter it used to look. Like, oh my god, let me ask my mom. Like, tell her, I beg her, and I got the sneakers. So the next day I go in thinking I'm cool with the sneakers. The sneakers were navy blue. I remember the exact same sneakers. Let me see if I find a picture. The picture's right here. Foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and this is in warm beige. I come in thinking that I'm looking so cute. One of the boys immediately yelled out like, oh, you got some new sneakers? And I'm hyped. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting attention. Whatever attention I was getting was good attention. They started laughing, and I just didn't get it. So I was like, oh, whatever. I go to my desk, and then after, I remember it was like a math class. After class is over, you wait for the next professor. You sit like, I remember they were like sitting on top of the tables, and they were just asking me so many questions, and I'm responding all of them, not knowing that they're actually making fun of me. But I was being okay with that because I thought it was attention, and I thought it was a good type of attention. Because I was wearing someone else's sneakers and I bought somebody like used sneakers, I was fucking bullied. Started people gaining up on me, and it was like a little rumor like, oh my gosh, she's wearing like sneakers that she bought from someone else. Well, that year, I don't remember much about 6th grade, but I remember 7th grade, I was suspended maybe like 5 times, and it was all because of fights. You can ask my mom. It was retarded. How many times did she had to get me at school because they were waiting outside for me to get jumped, because being jumped back then was a thing. Now it's still a thing, but there's different measures to it. Getting jumped was like either you're in a gang or they'll just get over it. Little beef that you have with someone for like 2 days and then you'll be friends again. That's the measures that public school used to take back then. Going forward, I remember 2 of the fights. The first one was in science class. It was one of my friends actually, which for I have no idea what reason we stopped being friends. There was the girls that used to always start the fucking fight. It will start up the beef with someone else and have that someone else fight me. Why don't you fight me? But then they'll jump on top of that person fighting me. They'll jump. They'll be like, oh, we're gonna help you. We're gonna jump her. So I have no idea what I did to these 4 girls. Fucking insane. I remember it was because of skirt. So that time we fought because of skirt. Like, I will never forget why I fought. It was because a goddamn skirt that I was wearing, like half denim, half fabric. They didn't like my skirt, so they put into her head that she didn't like my skirt. They just started shouting, oh, I don't like your skirt, where you got that skirt from? What's wrong with my skirt? Like, I like my skirt. What's wrong with my skirt? Like, I was ready to fight every single day I went to school. Didn't care who you were. I didn't care how many people they were. I was just ready to fight. My friends were like, oh, no. So the girls were like, nobody jumps. If anybody jumps, we're gonna jump. Literally, they planned this fight just for me and her to fight. Like freaking una pelea de gallo or something. It is what it is. Like, we're about to fight. I wasn't scared at all of fighting because I fought so much. I was just ready to fight people, and you know, I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, you know what? Hit me. So they're pushing her onto me so that she could hit me. Boom, she pushed me, whatever, and we ended up fighting. My mom had to get me from school because they were gonna wait for me to jump me. To contour, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Starter Bronzer. Whatever, so I didn't get along with the school counselor, so I get no help. School principal will just like suspend me. And the second fight was in the cafeteria with this girl named Marielis. Started with the same person that started up that fight that I just talked about. And I just don't know why the fight started. I remember it was in the cafeteria. So we were like in the corner table, like in the cafeteria, like those big tables, like we were in the corner. So I was in the wall side, and she sat at my table, like a corner away, but she's walking with the same girls that started the first fight. And they're talking mad shit. And I'm just sitting here, let's just fight. Let's just get it over with, because I can't with the wording. Like, I'm not good at talking. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not hurting no one with words. So I remember she threw something at me. I don't know if it was the milk or whatever. I threw my pizza on her face. She had a white tee, because white tee was a thing back then. I remember her looking down at her tee and getting so mad. And you know, everyone, oh, it's a fight. So automatically you have to fight. They suspended me that time for like 5 days because I already got into a fight. It's so sad that I like had to go through that, because it made me that person and my insecurities. I'm not one to blame my childhood. That has to do a lot with the self-esteem that you grow. And people are telling you you're fat, you're ugly, you're fat, you're never gonna get a boyfriend. And you, in your head, psychological, you build that self-esteem and you build that person up, and it's like, oh, okay, so this is how it's gonna be. And it's so freaking sad. I'm gonna be using is the Urban Decay electric palette, and I'm gonna be using this color right here. Sorry, I know it's big.
And it kind of sucked because the school system will used to take the children will be children attitudes toward the problem instead of fixing it.
Point is that I'm not no psychologist, like I'm not a psychologist or whatever you call them. When my camera died, I switched over to my phone because I didn't have time to finish the video. If you're being bullied, I think you should say something. Get someone that's actually gonna help you. If somebody's not gonna be helpful for you, go to the next person until you find that person that understands and helps you out, because it could have been bad. I never thought that way. I always think that things are gonna get better, and they actually do. But you have to change things. You have to like put into perspective to be able to just be yourself and be happy and, you know, be a normal child. This is when like I say that, like, I hate when people's like, oh, you're weak-minded because you let things get onto you. But it's not that. It has to do something with your brain, with the way you think, with the way that things happen, that you develop that feeling, that persona. Teach your children not to bully. But I just wanted to get my story out there. It was a case of bullying, not an intense case of bullying, but I just felt like till this day, I'm working on my self-esteem. I'll like go into a place and I'll get into like this bubble thinking that either I look bad, I look fat in whatever I'm wearing, or I just don't like fit in, which freaking sucks. I want to go home. Like, it gets to the point that I literally just want to go home. I'm it's so bad, and I'm really, really, really working on it. Working on these little things take time. So just don't judge a person by its cover. People are fighting their own little demons inside of them, and you don't know. Like, people, you can ask someone like, oh, how are you, like, how's it going, and they will say okay, but you have no idea what's inside that person's head. So just don't be so judgmental with each other. Like, spread love, if you guys know what I mean. But I hope you guys get the point. Anyways, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and until my next video, bye guys.